Hello everyone, Equipment War here and welcome to the new year. This is my first video for this year and I'm actually playing a new build in the league which I made for like 2 days ago. And yes, I said so many times I'm not gonna make builds all the time in the league, and here I am making a new build in the league. So that's that. Other than that, this is actually a Blade Flurry Build, or well, right now it's a Blade Flurry Build. It's a Blade Flurry Build with a twist. Using a special weapon, which I get a tip from one of my friends to try to make a build around. And this weapon is very powerful. As you can see, my damage, that's a lot of damage for Blade Flurry. 11k with Blade Flurry, it's a lot of damage. And I'm only level 74 right now, so the only problem I need to fix, I need a little bit better survivability, because you can see I have a little bit too little life. But I have plenty of life to take in the skill tree, so, and also have plenty of damage as well in the skill tree if I want. So I'm definitely going to get even more powerful. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about the weapon in just a minute here. So let's get rid of some enemies here, and I'm actually going to show the weapon, not just talk about it. Let's stay here where there are no enemies around. This is the weapon. This is actually a very interesting weapon. You can see it have no level requirement, at all, and it's a very low level weapon. But this one scales with your level, so when you're leveling up, it adds 2 to 3 physical damage to attacks per level, which if you have a high level is a lot of added physical damage. And they also have a lot of crit chance, and here's the most interesting part. When you ignite an enemy, you get the Goddess Embrace, or the Embrace, which means that when you have the Embrace of you, you get 123 additional fire damage. What's it additional? You can see up there. That's extra fire damage, was it? Which is a lot of extra damage, as you can see there. So this weapon is very powerful, and I have started to see some people using it when I'm running it in town and that. So I think it increases in popularity, and I'm going to have a link in the description to this video, because this is a farmable weapon where you know how to actually, there are ways you can do to actually get this weapon. And what I know, there are 2 ways. Either you farm Twilight Strand, so if you farm Twilight Strand, you should not go into town, because when you go into Linus Watch, you can't farm Twilight Strand anymore. So just run a character, kill Hillock, because he is one that can drop it. Just kill Hillock, and then just switch to another character and run Twilight Strand, and then switch to another character and run Twilight Strand. And do that to your farmed weapon, but keep in mind you need to be at least level 7, so that's a long farm you need to do. I had a friend that farmed for this weapon. He farmed for it for about 8-9 hours. Another friend that also got it and farmed it for a very long time as well. I started trying to farm it, but then I just gave up and I just tried to trade it with other people, which cost me about 1 exalt. Keep in mind this was 1 exalt when I was looking for one, so the prices may vary, and it may vary from the league to standard. I've seen it in standard it costs like 3 exalts, I think. So it's far more expensive in standard right now. So that's that. And the other way is to farm the Catacomb. I think it is the Catacombs, to get a divination card. And you need 21 of those divination cards, so that's also a lot of farming, but it's a higher level, so maybe it will not be as boring as farm the low level one, because nothing happens in the low level one. I can promise you that is quite boring. But anyway, back to the gameplay. I've been playing this character for I think it's 3 days now, and as I said before, I doesn't have high level, I really need some more life, but I'm on my way to get some more life. But in the damage department, this build is the most powerful thing I have done in this league so far. Let's see if we can defeat these enemies here. These are twin bosses, and they might hurt a bit if they get me. Yes, they are definitely hurting a bit, hurting a lot. Oh, almost there. I need to be careful when I'm fighting bosses because I need more life. But I still managed to defeat that twin map, which are about my level. With some pretty shitty life on. So I gonna do what I always do when I making this video. I of course going to show how I've done this character so far. So let's take a quick look. I'm currently, by the way, this weapon, I have more things to say about it. For first off, it is a one-handed weapon with 6-linked, and it's guaranteed 6-linked when you picked it up. So it's always going to be 6-linked. Second thing is, it uses both hand slot. It's a one-handed weapon, but it takes up your other hand slot as well, so you can't use a shield, and you can absolutely not dual wield it. If you could dual wield this weapon, that would be just amazing. Just think about using cleave with this weapon, you see how much damage I have with it. With this, just imagine using cleave with it instead and have two of them, and the effect is stacking up top of each other. That would just be amazing. So, and yeah, it's a really good weapon. And by the way, when you have the embrace on you when you ignite an enemy, you take some fire damage, but it's so minimal, it's just not noticeable. But just have good fire resist anyway. And I'm currently using Rat's Nest. I just have rare good armor. I don't need a 6-linked armor. I'm right now trying to get enough currency to get a Belly of the Beast. And then I can run even higher level maps. And when I have done that, I can probably try to farm for a Calm's Heart, which would be my endgame armor for this build, if I can afford it. And then I have some nice rings here, which I actually have stolen from my Glacial Hammer build. I have not removed my Glacial Hammer build, just playing this one instead. And I'm using this pair of gloves, this nice belt, and this pair of boots. Maybe I should change my boots, I don't really know. But maybe. I really need some more life. And I may change my belt. This belt gives a good amount of damage. It gives a lot of damage, by the way. But I may change it to a belt with a lot more life on instead. I have not decided yet. And maybe in more endgame, I might switch my Rat's Nest and try out Abyssus on this build. That's just a maybe, because Abyssus, I have no defense like block in this build, so Abyssus can be a bit scary if I want to run it. But I can at least try it out just to see the damage. Or maybe I can just switch for it when I'm fighting a boss. I don't really know. But I will see. Let's take a fast look at my skill tree. I'm actually playing as a Slayer. For one reason. I want Brutal Favor and I want Endless Hunger for the Lich. But Bane of Legend is quite nice as well. I don't getting any like the damage from the two-handed damage note, but the attack speed is quite nice. And I have two things I think about. Either I go for Hedgeman, which I am definitely thinking about, or I go for Impact. If I go for Impact, I'm probably not gonna use Blade Flurry. Maybe you're gonna use something like Infernal Blow instead, which I have here. If I use Infernal Blow, I don't need a melee splash, I will still splash to surrounding targets. So I'm thinking about that. I will see, and Hedgeman actually increased my AoE, and I quite like AoE. This one do it as well. For the rest of my skill tree, it's actually a little bit like my quick Blade Flurry build, my original one, except by... you can see here, I have no reason to go down here, because I don't dual wielding, I don't using a shield, and I don't using a two-handed weapon, so I can't go down here, it's just no idea, because it doesn't give me anything. One thing I can go if I want to go here is like taking Golem's Blood, but it's like 2 points there, so I don't think that's necessary. I wanted to go for Iron Reflexes. I have some intelligence here. I have some more life I'm gonna take here. I have fencing and the crit chance here. I'm also considering taking these nodes here. Maybe later, and if I really want some more crit damage and all of that, I can just go for this in the range area. I have both Fatal Blade and Brutal Blade. Unfortunately, I don't get a block chance from Brutal Blade, which makes me a little bit sad. And I'm doing a lot of elemental damage, almost like, I'm doing like 90% element damage because I'm using Winter Spirit. Figure out I'm gonna go for elemental damage, and also considering taking Primal Foe Force. So taking these nodes here, I want these nodes specifically, these nodes here instead of, this one gives a little bit more damage, but I want even more chance to ignite, because that's procs my Goddess Embrace. I'm gonna up here, I take the whole big life wheel here, I have some more attack speed here. I have a Euro socket here, and I'm going to have life on all of my Euro sockets, and I'm thinking about like taking only 2 of them, but I will see. I have some accuracy here, Heart of the Warrior, Born to Fight, and I also have Disembowering, and I'm considering taking this melee crit multiplier. And I have Blade Master, and I'm definitely going to take Razor's Edge, but I took them away because I wanted a little bit more life. So my ideas right now is to get to level 80, I'm going to take this life note here, and I'm going to take this note here and this note here. Then I'm gonna focus a little bit more on damage again. I'm thinking a little bit, maybe not, probably not. I'm gonna go down here and take the Blade of Corning, but it feels a little bit long way to go. I could go down here, take this one and this, and then I can take Bloodless, but feels like a little bit of waste of points, but I will see. And that's my current skill tree for this character, and again, this character have been a ton of, actually I'm saying that of every character I play, but this time this is both a ton of fun, and it feels like the most powerful build I've still done in the league right now. But time will tell when I try it out on higher level maps, because right now I have damage for higher level maps, but I don't have the survivability yet. I want to get up to at least 5000 life, and I want to have even better armor. So it's a little bit way to go, and right now I'm just saving up for a Belly of the Beast. I don't need it to be linked to anything, I just want a Belly of the Beast, because I want the life on it. Oh, I forgot the and I also want that one specific thing. You can see there, my cold resist is absolutely horrible. So, well, it's not horrible, but it's not good the slightest. So, I really need to fix that. And by the way, before I go, because it's just a little bit short video of what I'm doing right now, I'm going to of course show my skill game setup I'm currently trying out, because I changed it a little bit around to see which one works the best. And this is the current one I'm using. I'm using Physical to Lightning, and I'm using Critical Strike Damage, because I have like 35% crit chance, 45% was, and it's good enough for me. I have Blade Flurry then I have melee physical damage, elemental damage with attacks, and maim support. That's pretty much my setup right now, and I might change it. So if you have any questions or any ideas of different setups, please let me know. And by the way, the words I'm using Hatred and Herald of Ash, and I have a Fire Golem when I remember to actually put it up. And as I said before, this build have been working really well so far. I just blaze through the game, and I'm right now trying to blaze through the maps, and every time I level up I actually get even more damage because of the sword, because it scales with level. So every time I level, I get more damage, and just getting more powerful. So I hope you guys like this video. Tell me in a comment what you think about this sword here, and I thank you for watching.